Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a really fascinating source, excerpts from Marion Blackwood's fantasy novel, Throne of Ice and Blood. Now, you might be thinking, a novel? What kind of deep dive is that? But trust me, this isn't just a story. It's this meticulously crafted world. And it offers incredible insights into power dynamics, deception, and the sheer strength of the human and fae spirit.
Exactly.
We're going to use this narrative sort of like a lens to understand how these systems of control are built, how they're maintained, and ultimately how they get challenged.
Right. Our mission today is really to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from this narrative.
Yeah.
We'll be trying to understand the layers of illusion and the surprising truths uncovered by our protagonist, Selena.
Yeah.
She's a fae with this unique ability to manipulate emotions. Think of it as maybe a masterclass in uncovering hidden agendas and questioning everything you thought you knew. But, all wrapped up in a really captivating story.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're going to follow Selena's journey. It takes her through these icy palaces, powerful dragon shifters, and this deeply entrenched system of control.
Right.
And as we dive into her story, we'll be asking, what stands out to you, the listener, about how power operates and how truth can be so easily twisted. So our story kicks off with Selena waking up. She's in the stark, pale-walled bedroom, and it's made entirely of white ice.
Cold. Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Her memory is just the storm of flashes,
Yeah.
the dreaded atonement trials, the imposing ice palace, and then that chilling moment where Draven Ryat, he's the formidable commander of the Dread Legion, snaps an iron collar around her throat. She just gasps away, heart pounding, totally disoriented.
And trapped.
And that immediate sense of disorientation, that captivity, it's absolutely crucial. The iron collar isn't just like a physical restraint.
No.
It's a deliberate instrument of oppression. In this world, iron specifically blocks fae magic, and it saps their strength.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Selena quickly learns that only a dragon shifter, these powerful, shape-shifting rulers of the realm, only they can remove it. It's such a clear, physical demonstration of who holds all the power here.
And almost right on cue, Draven Ryat himself appears. He's just lounging in the corner of the room as if it were a throne,
Yeah, the arrogance.
Totally. And he just casually reveals the collar's nature, its purpose, basically, to make her a life slave. It immediately sets up this dynamic of, undeniable power and control. Plus, Selena, she's wearing this simple short nightgown made of black silk. She realizes someone changed her clothes while she was unconscious.
Which is another layer, isn't it?
It is. It's another kind of more intimate violation of her autonomy.
Absolutely. It's subtle, but it's a really profound detail. It emphasizes her complete lack of control. But what's truly fascinating here, I think, is Draven's seemingly contradictory behavior. He's the one who collared her. Yet later, in private, he takes it off. He actually says he can't stand to see her in this collar 1 fucking second more than absolutely necessary.
Okay, so.
But then he insists she wear it outside the room. His reason: to stop the Icehearts, that's the ruling dragon shifter dynasty, from torturing her. It introduces this early, really deep layer of moral ambiguity to his character. Is he a captor? A protector? Or, something way more complex.
That first glimpse of complexity, it's definitely tantalizing, but the immediate reality for Selena is just brutal. Her first desperate escape attempt, it ends swiftly and terribly.
Yeah, doesn't go well.
Not at all. She trips over a body, a very dead body. It's the master of the treasury, just lying in the palace corridors. And boom! She's immediately accused, shackled, left kneeling in this cold stone cell, bound by iron manacles to the floor. It just shows the brutal reality of her situation. She's imprisoned, she's powerless, and now she's framed for murder. The stakes just instantly shoot sky high. But Selena, our protagonist, she doesn't stay down for long, does she? Even with the odds stacked against her.
Not at all. She's resilient.
She manages this really daring escape from the ice palace. She actually climbs down a jagged ice wall from a high balcony. And this is despite having, a deep personal fear of heights.
Which takes incredible courage.
Right. And then she uses her unique magic, her emotion manipulation, to kind of bluster her way past a guard at a side gate. She pretends she has Draven's authority, basically, to get out of the city walls. It's a pretty remarkable display of resourcefulness.
It truly is. And this escape, her journey to Frostville, the human city just outside the palace, it offers this critical shift in perspective, not just for Selena, but for us as listeners, too. Well, once she's outside the immediate palace confines, Selena really observes the city, the people, and she notices how humans visibly age. This is something completely unknown to Fae and dragon shifters. They have this sort of ethereal sense of timelessness.
Ah, right. She describes it as mind-blowing and incredible, seeing bodies that are a testament to the fact that she has lived. It's a really poignant observation.
It is.
But she also quickly notices this clear social hierarchy in Frostfell. Like, all the fancy shops I pass are owned by dragon shifters, and all the hard manual labor is done by humans.
The division is stark.
Yeah. The humans look more worn and frayed, she says, more tired. It's this huge contrast she never saw or maybe never acknowledged living inside the palace.
And that contrast, it leads to a crucial question for you, the listener. What does this tell you about the nature of the Iceheart Dynasty's control? It's not just about oppressing the Fae.
No, it's bigger.
It's this deeply entrenched, multi-species system. Oppression and exploitation where the ruling dragon shifters clearly benefit from the physical labor and, well, the finite lives of humans. So Selena's observations, they quickly lead her to the human resistance. She meets Kath, Kyler, and Pier. And using her emotion magic, she subtly gains their trust. She actually agrees to act as a spy inside the Ice Palace to help their planned heist against the Iceheart treasury.
Wow, okay, so she commits quickly.
Right, it shows she's immediately thinking bigger than just her own escape.
So her return to the palace as a spy, this leads to a really horrifying discovery. In the kennels, and yes, I mean literal kennels, not cells.
Yeah, that detail is chilling.
Selena finds her fellow Fae from the Atonement Trials, Isra and Alistair. They're held in cages, humiliated, half-naked, blindfolded, chained up.
Just awful.
And she also finds another Fae, Lavendera, who's just catatonic, staring vacantly into space. It's an image of just profound cruelty and degradation.
This is such a pivotal aha moment, isn't it?
Oh.
It just shatters all the illusions Selena and probably the reader has held about their world.
Absolutely.
And Lavendera, despite her state, she manages to reveal this devastating truth about the Iceheart's control. They're sterilizing us, the Fae, after one child.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's not just about controlling population numbers, it's to produce stronger magical bloodlines. Bloodlines the dragon shifters can then exploit and drain for their own power.
Yeah.
This isn't just random punishment. It's a deliberate, incredibly cruel breeding system designed purely for resource extraction.
That's horrifying. And the revelations, they just keep coming, right? Selena learns the history they've been taught about the Liberation War. It's a complete fabrication.
A lot.
A total lie. Only a small minority of Fae ancestors supposedly used this dragon steel. That's the metal that inhibits Fae magic. Yet all Fae have been punished for generations, forced to atone for a crime the vast majority didn't commit. She realizes she's been taught she's inherently evil, when really she's just being punished unjustly. It's this deep manipulation of identity that's kept her whole race subjugated.
And that's the insidious genius of their control, isn't it? It plants those seeds of self-blame, of guilt, ensuring compliance. It really makes you wonder how much of what you believe about your own history or even current events could be just a carefully constructed narrative designed to control.
It's a chilling thought.
And add another awful layer to this system. Alistair, one of the Fae in the cages, reveals he has these vicious burn scars, but they were inflicted by his own people.
Other Fae. Why?
To prove their loyalty to the dragon shifters. He was punished because he had fire magic, which was seen as aligning with the shifters and therefore a crime among the Fae trying to appease their masters. It's a terrible example of how the oppressed are forced to police each other, to become agents of their own oppression.
Wow. Okay, so just when Selena thinks she's finally starting to understand the rules of this terrible game, the whole board flips.
Completely.
Draven Ryat. Her enigmatic captor, the commander, the guy who, weirdly, has consistently shown up to save her from danger.
Right, from assassins, that wolf bear.
Yeah, from vengeful shifters, too. He finally drops this bombshell, because you're my mate.
Boom.
He reveals they are fated mates. That's how he always knew when she was in danger. It's this huge personal twist that just complicates everything tenfold.
It absolutely redefines their entire dynamic, doesn't it? But Draven doesn't stop there. He confirms the Fae's sterilization program is real, horrific, and then reveals his own massive secret. He is the Red Hand.
The legendary assassin. The human resistance hero.
The very same. He's been working for years secretly to ignite rebellions and bring down the Icehearts, patiently playing this incredibly dangerous long game from right inside the heart of their power structure.
So wait, all of his harshness, his apparent loyalty to the Icehearts, the cruel words, that was all an act.
Apparently so. And he clarifies his own brutal past, too. He admits the Icehearts whipped my wings every day for 6 fucking years.
My God.
Because he initially refused to use his half-shift, a partial transformation, as a sign of submission to them. And he reveals he has dragon steel inside him.
What?
Literally embedded in him, controlling him, forcing him to obey their direct commands. His apparent loyalty wasn't just an act. It was partly coerced, a strategic sacrifice to get close enough to destroy them from within. The level of calculated risk, the personal cost, it's almost unfathomable.
That just...
Yeah.
It changes everything you thought you knew about him.
Precisely. It fundamentally recontextualizes their entire relationship. All of Draven's past actions, all those moments of, caring mixed with cruelty.
Yeah.
His insistence she play the part of his slave in public. It was all part of this desperate and dangerous long game. To protect her, maybe, and maintain his cover. For Selena, the enemy, well, he was an ally all along. It really makes you question everything about appearance versus reality, doesn't it? When is deception a necessary evil? And what kind of toll does that take on the person doing the deceiving?
Okay, so the stage is now set for the heist. It's happening during this grand ball where the human resistance plans to hit the Iceheart's treasury. Selena, Isra, Alistair, they have their plan. And Draven is secretly on their side, ready to help them escape.
It seems like everything's finally lining up.
Right. But then, this cruel twist, Selena overhears Empress Jacina, one of the Iceheart rulers, saying the trap worked.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the human resistance has been caught. It's just a devastating blow to their carefully laid plans.
And that devastating blow gets compounded by the ultimate personal betrayal. Lavendera.
The catatonic fae.
The one Selena thought was a friend, a fellow prisoner. She reveals she actually works for the Icehearts. Yes. Her role all along was to identify and filter the strongest magic users during those atonement trials. She even admits to killing people like Maximus to enforce the Iceheart's twisted rules for bloodline control.
So Lavendera set the trap.
Lavendera herself set the trap that captured the human resistance. It's just this chilling demonstration of how even those who appear victimized can be instruments of that same oppressive system.
That's incredibly dark. So what does Selena do?
Well, Lavendera gives her a head start, almost like a final gesture of, well, maybe conflicted mercy. It's hard to say.
Right.
But Selena makes this desperate choice. Instead of just escaping alone, she races towards the treasury, and there she finds Draven now, fully revealed, as the Red Hand fighting off guards.
So they meet in the middle of the chaos.
Exactly. It's this intense battle for their lives, for the fate of the resistance, where all the hidden identities finally converge.
This moment, it really feels like the convergence of all those hidden truths, doesn't it? Peeling back every single layer of deception.
Absolutely. You have Draven, the feared commander, and the notorious Red Hand fighting side by side with Selena. There is suddenly this force, united against their oppressors. The lines between ally and enemy are finally, crystal clear. But with the resistance captured, the stakes are just unbelievably high. They have to get out, and they somehow have to warn everyone else before it's completely too late.
The escape sounds like pure chaos. Breathtaking, but chaotic. Draven, Isra, Alistair, and members of Draven's own Black Dragon clan, his loyal faction within the Shifters.
Right, the ones loyal to him, not the Icehearts.
Exactly. They all shift into their dragon forms. Huge, magnificent dragons. And they battle Bane and Jacina, the Iceheart rulers, who are in their own massive silver dragon forms. It's this epic aerial battle happening right above the mountain.
Wow. Imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
Amidst all that aerial chaos, Selena, who's riding on Draven's back, she makes this critical decision.
What does she do?
She unleashes her magic, not just a little bit, across the entire city of Frostfell below. She amplifies those pale red flames of anger she'd been subtly building in the humans for weeks.
She ignites the rebellion.
Completely. This huge magical feat just ignites a citywide rebellion. You hear screams of fury echoing through the streets. It's the the spark that sets off a real revolution, that collective rage finally unleashed.
So the escape for the Fae and the Black Dragon clan, it's successful.
It is. They manage to break free. They fly towards the Western Sea, leaving the human city in total chaos. The Icehearts have lost their commander of the Dread Legion, or rather, realized he was never truly theirs.
Right.
And Draven is finally, openly, on Selena's side. Freedom, or at least, a fighting chance at it seems within reach. A new world, one forged in rebellion and truth, feels like it's on the horizon.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
There often is. Freedom, as we see so often in these kinds of stories, and in history too, it comes at a price. Often a steep, heartbreaking price.
Okay.
In a final, just devastating moment during the escape, a shard of ice from Bane's attack, one of the Iceheart rulers they were fighting, it strikes Selena.
Oh no. Well, she's on Draven's back.
Yes. She realizes instantly she's critically injured. Her spine. It's severed. She can't feel her legs, and she falls from Draven's back as they're flying towards the safety of the Western Sea.
So...
It's just a brutal, devastating cost for their hard-won victory.
A truly bittersweet victory, then. The fight for liberation goes on, but... Wow, what a personal cost for its champion right at that moment.
This deep dive into Throne of Ice and Blood, it's really been a journey, hasn't it? Through these radical shifts in perception. It reveals just how deeply power structures can embed lies and control.
Yeah.
We've seen how they twist history, how they manipulate identity, turn allies against each other, all just to serve their own ends.
From those false histories and manipulated populations, all the way to the hidden sacrifices of these really unlikely heroes like Draven. Selena's story, it forces us to question who the real monsters are, doesn't it? And what true loyalty, what genuine freedom really means in a world built on such intricate deceptions.
It really makes you wonder, in a world where personal truth is so profoundly shaped by outside forces, where narratives are so carefully constructed and alliances can shift, how do you choose what to believe? And maybe more importantly, what price are you willing to pay for genuine freedom? Not just for yourself, but for others too.
That's definitely something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time.